Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today. But if you are new, I'm Sam and I do all things Disney. So if you love Disney just as much as I do, then please consider subscribing to the channel, joining my Disney community. I would absolutely love for you to stick around. Before I get started, I just want to say sorry if the lighting is a bit off. Outside today it's awful. It's rainy, windy, dark, and if you live in the UK you know what I mean. So the light into my bedroom is really limited. I do have a ring light, but every time I put it on it makes my background really dark. I think it's just because the room is really dark in itself. This is the best I can get it. I do hope that is okay. But today we've got an excited one. I'm going to be showing you everything in my park bag. I'm going to be giving you some tips of what I take with me, essentials, and yes, so I hope you enjoy this video and let's get started. So everyone, the time you watch this video, it's going to be 5 days before we travel. I think I'm prepared on everything. I've thought of everything, every worst event and best event and all of that. So I think I've got some good knowledge on giving you some essentials and tips on what I take in the park. I have got 3 children and a husband, and we obviously go as a family of 5. So I'll be showing you bits what may be essential if you've got children as well. So yes, so this is going to be my travel bag. This is the 50th anniversary Walt Disney World leather one. It's like a limited one. This is around about £300 to buy, so it is on the pricey side, but it is real leather. Obviously you could take any park bag you want, but this is just the one I've chose for this trip. This is going to be my main park bag. My husband is going to have a park bag as well. He's going to be keeping all of the other essential things, which I don't really want to be carrying. Sometimes they can be a little bit bulky. So that would be drinks, snacks, stuff like that around the park. He is going to be holding that because it can be bulky and heavy. So he's just got a big rucksack for that for the whole family. So yes, this is the one I'm going to be using, and the first thing I want to make as an essential thing, and that is having a decent fan. If you've never been to Walt Disney World before, you may not know that it gets extremely hot. When we go, the temperatures are going to be around about 30 degrees. The lowest is going to be about 28 the whole time we are there. So this is going to be necessary. I would not be able to do the parks without this. I got this off eBay for £5, and it is a true little gem when it comes to around the parks, or in general if you are having a really hot day. We have gone through a heat wave in the UK recently, and this was a lifesaver. It just gives you a little refreshing breeze. So yes, definitely get a fan. So like I said, this was £5 from eBay. You can get maybe a little better quality off Amazon for around about £20, but they are practically all look the same. Maybe it would be how long they last is the price kind of difference, but this was £5 off eBay. I will link it below, and it does last around about 2 to 3 hours in the park, and you can recharge it with, which comes to my next essential thing, and that is a power bank. If you don't know what one of these are, it's basically something what will store energy for you. So for an example, if your fan is losing battery and it's dying on you, you can always plug it in to a power bank, and that will reboot it for you and make it good to go. This is also great for if you've got an iPhone, any phone, what needs charging. This is great because if you are in the Disney parks and you are taking lots of pictures, you're gonna need this power bank to recharge your batteries. But also you can get a refueling stick from Disney. You pay a one-off payment of £30 and you can keep on changing it up throughout the day, as many as you want, for a one-off payment of £30. But for me, I'm going to save my £30 and I'm just going to take my 2 power banks with me, so I can make sure that me and my family has got enough on us to keep us all charged up throughout the day. My twin girls, they are only 7, so they don't have a phone or anything. But when it does come to my 14-year-old son, he has an iPhone, he's constantly on it, so it drains. My husband and I has obviously got our phones as well. So a power bank is an essential thing when going to the park as well as your fan. Okay guys, so the next essential thing I'm taking with us, and I think this is a big one and I don't think anyone should go without them. Little tiles just here. If you're wondering what these are little tracking devices. So you can put them in your suitcase, you can put them in your bag, you can wear them on like a key ring. So many different ideas to these, but these are really good for if you are going around the park and you've got children. The last thing we want to do in a busy park is lose track of where our children are. It's busy and it's so easy to do. You need eyes at the back of your head if you've got more than one child. They get everywhere, so these are perfect. I'm going to be putting these little devices in our suitcase to start off with, so we can track our suitcases to make sure they are on the plane with us, because obviously when they're on whole luggage, you don't know if they're on that plane until you reach the other side. But these you will know, and you just get a little bit of peace of mind. So these are going to be obviously going in our suitcases for when we officially do our travel day. But then afterwards, I'm going to be slotting these in our children's bags, because it is so easy to lose track of them when they are in the parks. But also it's a really good idea to put them in their bags as well, just because if they leave them in a restaurant, they leave them at an entrance of a ride or anything like that, you can track of where that baggage is. Because we all know when we've got children, it's so easy for them to mislay their bags or anything. So these are just a really good idea, so you can backtrack on yourself. You know where that item is and you'll be able to claim it back and not feel that you've lost it, and it's a busy park and you don't want any stress like this. These was a really good price. I got these for £15 off eBay yet again. All you do when they come is you have to download an app, and then you are good to go. You just connect them up, and then these are your little square little tablets here, just so you can track any of your luggage, your children, baggage, anything you want to. We've got multiple of these and we'll be slotting them in the children's pockets, bags, luggage, anything you need tracking. These are amazing. Okay, so the next thing what's going to be in my park bag is a poncho. I brought these for everybody off ASOS and they cost me around £5 each, I think they were. If you've never been to Walt Disney World before, that you know that they do get downpours of rain frequently, and you do not want to be caught without a poncho or a umbrella just here, just because if you are in the Disney parks and there is a downpour, we all know that Disney reel out their ponchos, so there'll be loads and loads of ponchos to buy in the Disney parks, but they are a lot more money than what they are if you just buy them at home, take them along with you. You don't want to be paying out for unnecessary things, so umbrellas, ponchos, and all those kind of things where you could be using that on merchandise you want to bring home with you, or a nice character restaurant or something. You don't want to be paying out for stuff what is really unnecessary. So make sure you buy your own ponchos, umbrellas before you go, and then just stick them into your park bag just in case it does have a downpour, because we all know what Florida's like. If you have been before, they do frequently have downpours. Okay guys, so the next thing I have got is my kind of essential little bag here. There is lots and lots of essential things. One of them is a first aid little kit. The reason I take this is because there is first aid stations around the park, so you can get plasters or band-aids or whatever you call them. But if you are in the middle of the parks, it's really busy and your child just has a little fall over and you need a quick plaster, you don't want to be rushing around straight to a first aid station when you just need a plaster and you're taking precious time out of your Disney day. So just take your own plasters with you. These obviously just from my local supermarket. Take them with you, keep them in your bag. You may never use them, but they are there if you do need them. And the next thing I do take with me, because of COVID and everyone's a little bit more wary of hygiene now, and that is just some Kleenex wipes. So if you are in a restaurant or you're in a fast food establishment and you want to just wipe the table down, or if you want to wipe your hands down, I always have some Kleenex wipes just to make it a little bit more easier. But then on top of that, I do have some hand gel as well. This is a spray on one. I find it a lot better than the one what you kind of like pour into your hands. So these was just from Superdrug, super cheap. I think these are about 90p. I think this was about £1 or something. Always take it with you just in case you would like to wipe your hands down. And because of COVID as well, people are more visual. People are more actively washing their hands now. They should have been before, but I think people are just more a little bit wary now due to germs and COVID, and no one wants to get poorly while they're on their Disney vacation. But also I'll be taking some tablets with me. So these are just some paracetamol or cocodamol or whatever, just in case you get an headache or something. You don't want to be yet again going to the first aid stations when you just need a quick tablet. So always take your own with you. Saves you time in the park. And when it's sunny as well, I always suffer with a headache just because of the sun, so I always like to have something like that. Also, I always take a pen with me when you are in the restaurant and you are signing your check, because they have little checks. They want you to sign it. So I always have my own pen, because sometimes when they give you the receipt, they don't give you a pen for some reason. So I always take a pen with me in the parks, just in case you want anything really. It's always handy having a pen. And I think the last thing what is in my little pouch is a hair bobble, just in case you are going on a water rides or you just want to get your hair out of your face because it is hot. Always have a hair bobble just in case, you never know. So that is everything what is in my little essential wallet pouch just there, and I always just pop that in my bag just to make sure that we've got everything for our vacation when we are in the Disney parks. Okay everyone, the next essential thing is probably not on everyone's priority list now, but I still like to use masks. And when you are in a busy area, so if you're in a queue and you quite like claustrophobic, or you're just in a shop and it's really busy in the Disney parks, I will always just pop a mask on just to make sure that we're all kind of like keeping everyone safe, ourselves safe and other people safe. So always just have these slotted in your bag, because you're going to be needing them at the airports anyway. I do believe at the airports they still you still are like needing to wear masks, so just have them in your bag just in case you do need them. It's always a hygienic thing. It's just an essential thing for me to have. It isn't for everyone now, but yes, I thought I'd put that into my essential what's in my park bag, just because not everyone uses them, but I do when it comes to busy trafficked areas. And the next thing I will have in my bag, and that is my wallet. Now this is gonna have all of our dollars in. My husband is also gonna have his wallet, and he's gonna have some money, cards and all of that stuff, just because I do like to have 2 separate bags and 2 separate kind of like wallets, just in case anything happens to my bag or my husband's bag. We've always got money at hand, because if you lose one and you haven't got another one, you may be stranded in Walt Disney World with no money, no cards. You need to kind of space it out between both bags, just like you do with your luggage. If you are going to the airport, I'll put clothes in, I'll mix clothes in each of the suitcases, so if one goes missing, you've always got another one with somebody's clothes in it. You never know when you're going to lose things or if things get stolen. Yes, Walt Disney World is the most magical place on earth, but people slip through the net, and the people will pickpocket, steal things, and you don't want that when you are in the Disney parks. So that is just another essential thing, is if you are taking obviously a wallet, which you will be, and I do like to mix the most of, I'll have dollars and I'll also have it in card as well, but when it does come to having money, always split it, always make sure you've got a card each as well, so you've got your money available as well with you. I will not obviously take all of our money at once out with us. I will have it stored away on a card or wherever, because you can't be too careful when you are in the Disney parks. Like I said, there is a lot of pickpockets, and they will try and take what you have. So that's another obviously essential thing, that you need 2 of them, but obviously you need your money, and that is an essential thing. And then another thing which is quite straightforward, if you are going to a hot country, you're going to Florida, you're going in 30 degrees heat, you're going to need your sunglasses. So just here, I take a selection of sunglasses with me, because I don't like to have the same sunglasses every single day. These ones personally I just got from River Island. They are still on their website now, so I will link them below. They was around about £20. I do love a good sunglasses, so yes, I'm going to be wearing these in the Disney parks, and it just stops me from getting headaches as well. So yes, that is an essential thing if you are going to a hot country or anywhere where it's really sunny. All of my children have got them as well. All of my children has fans as well, because everyone needs a fan. So just remember, if you are getting any of these, you're going to need them for your family as well. And is this the last thing in my bag? This is the last thing in my bag. Now this probably not in everyone's essential list, but it is for me, and that is having everything you are going to be doing in those parks written down. I do know you have the Walt Disney World My Experience app, which will tell you where everything is in the parks, so your dining reservations and all of that. But if that app goes down for a couple of hours, for an example, you may not know the time of your dining reservation. So I like to take just a little notepad with me, just jotted down everything, what we're going to be doing that day, dining reservations and all of that. So it just gives me a reminder, and if that app does go down for any reason, I have got it down in paper, so I'm not flapping of when's my dining reservation, I don't know, the app's down and all of that. So I always make sure that is ready and available. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it, and I do hope you've got some little tips, and I hope you like all of my essential things what I take into the park. Some of it is not everyone's essentials, but they are mine, and I feel that some of them are really necessary if you are wanting to keep your property protected, if you are just wanting to get like a quick plaster and stuff like that. I think they are really good essential things. So guys, thank you so much yet again for getting this far into the video, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, because I'm going to be taking you along the Disney parks, and showing you what it's like and vlogging it for you. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any other content. Also, I have done a pack with me just here, and that shows you how I pack for Walt Disney World for a family of 5, and I managed to do it in 2 suitcases. So you don't want to miss that one either, so go and check that out. I will link it below and you can click it just there if you want to. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.